The Highlander is one of Toyota's best-selling SUVs, but its third-row seating can be challenging for an adult.
The solution? Make it bigger. And they did. Let's check out the Highlander's bigger brother as we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. Well, this is something grand.
It is. It's a Grand Highlander, Mark.
Not a Highlander.
Not a Highlander. This is the Grand Highlander. It is about 4 inches longer than the standard Highlander. It is 2 inches wider, 2 inches taller, and it is what American car buyers want, Mark. More! More!
Cashing in on the name. And why wouldn't they? The Grand Highlander is a completely new vehicle and fills an important gap in the Toyota lineup.
Well, it's all Toyota all the time, Mark.
We just did the Prius.
Yes, and so now we're doing the polar opposite of that vehicle. You know, the Highlander just wasn't big enough, so they had to go grand. And actually there is some truth to that, because one of the big flaws in the Highlander was the rear seat.
Adults really couldn't fit back there. This grandness changes that.
Now, this Grand Highlander has one of the largest rear seat legroom capacities in the category, and it's a full 5.5 inches more legroom than the standard Highlander.
Need proof? Harvey is 6'3". The second row slides forward and Harvey can climb right in there with plenty of room, even with the second row seat pushed all the way back.
They're treating the third row passenger like a real person.
Air vent?
Yeah, we've got air vents, we've got USB ports, you've got
cup holders,
huge cup holders here. So lots of good amenities if you happen to be stuck back here.
You can move in.
There you go. It's bigger than a New York apartment.
Speaking of amenities, our top-of-the-line Hybrid Max Platinum trim is loaded with them. It's one of only 3 trim levels, XLE, Limited, and Platinum, all with different powertrains.
You have a 2.4-liter turbocharged in the base model. Then you have a hybrid version, which is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine with the hybrid powertrain system. And then you have this Max, which is that 2.5-liter engine with a turbocharger and the hybrid powertrain. And this thing is seriously powerful. It's 369 horsepower on this vehicle.
Stock price.
Pricing starts, that base model starts around $43,000, so there is a bit of a premium for this over, say, a Telluride or a Palisade. And then when you get to this fully loaded, all-wheel drive, hybrid max, platinum, whatever, you're at $61,000.
Which is about in line with the likes of, say, the Ford Explorer or the Jeep Grand Cherokee L. So would you recommend it over the competitors?
You know what? I drove this weekend down to Michigan and back, a few hundred miles, and I got to tell you, it's a great highway cruiser. I think this is one of the best vehicles that Toyota makes, and I think it goes right to the top of the class in the 3-row family SUVs.
High praise.
Well, there you go. They do good work. I'm going to acknowledge it.
Harvey is here now.
Hi, Harvey.
Hey, how are you guys?
It's a big machine.
It is grand.
It is, and you know, it fits in between the Sequoia, which should be big with a name like that.
And that's a truck, right?
Yeah, that's a truck-based SUV, and the regular Highlander. And really, for most people, this is a better solution than the Sequoia if you want a 3-row SUV, because most people don't need 12,000 pounds of towing. They don't need the truck-like capability of that 4-wheel drive system. So this is really targeted toward family and family use. You can tow like 5,000 pounds. Gets 27 miles per gallon on the highway.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah, and if you get that mid-level hybrid trim, you can get in the mid-30s miles per gallon on the highway. So there's a lot going for that vehicle.
It's alternative to a minivan.
Yeah, very much so. It's either that or a minivan. People like the styling, the image of that sort of SUV versus a minivan. If I had a big family, I'd probably opt for the minivan.
Save some money, too.
Well, yeah, save some money and better convenience. Much easier vehicle to live with.
All right. Harvey, thank you.
Great.